white industry. Early life of Eyes. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, Ebony Eyes grew up in a culturally rich yet complex environment. Atlanta in the 1960s and 1970s was undergoing significant social and cultural change. The civil rights movement had a profound impact on the city's African American community, fostering a spirit of resilience, self-determination, and empowerment. Phyllis grew up in this atmosphere of transformation, which shaped her sense of identity and influenced her approach to life and work. From an early age, Phyllis exhibited a strong sense of independence and a desire to challenge societal norms. She was known for her confidence and charisma, qualities that would later serve her well in her career. However, her journey into the world of mature entertainment was not pre-planned. Like many in the industry, Ebony Eyes' path was shaped by a combination of opportunity, ambition, and the socio-economic realities of the time. Ebony Eyes entered the mature film industry in 1985, a time when African American actresses were severely underrepresented. Her stage name, Ebony Eyes, was a nod to her heritage and her unique beauty. She also used variations of her name, including Ebony Ayres and Ebony Eyes, as well as the alias Taffy. The mature entertainment industry of the 1980s was predominantly white, with African American performers often relegated to niche roles. Ebony Eyes, however, stood out not only because of her striking physical attributes. She was known for her voluptuous figure, with measurements of 36jj 26-38, but also because of her confidence and ability to command attention on screen. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall, she carried herself with a regal presence that made her a standout performer. Ebony Eyes quickly gained popularity in the mature entertainment industry, appearing in numerous films and photo spreads. Her work was characterized by a combination of sensuality, charisma, and professionalism, which earned her a dedicated fan base. Some of her most notable films include Big Black Busty Dolls, Ebony Humpers, and Chocolate Cream Pie. These films not only showcased her talents but also challenged the industry's narrow definitions of beauty by celebrating the curves and features of African American women. In addition to her film work, Ebony Eyes was featured in mature magazines and photo shoots, further cementing her status as an icon. Her image graced the covers of popular magazines, where she was celebrated for her natural beauty and magnetic presence. She became a role model for many aspiring performers, particularly women of color, who saw her as a symbol of empowerment and self-expression. Impact on representation in entertainment. Ebony Eyes' career coincided with a broader cultural shift in the United States. The 1980s and 1990s were a time of increasing visibility for African Americans in various fields, from entertainment to politics. However, the mature entertainment industry lagged behind in terms of diversity and representation. Ebony Eyes was one of the pioneers who challenged this status quo. Her success helped pave the way for greater inclusion of African American performers in the industry. By consistently delivering high-quality performances and maintaining a strong work ethic, she demonstrated that women of color could be just as marketable and successful as their white counterparts. Ebony Eyes' career also highlighted the need for greater diversity in the portrayal of beauty and sexuality, encouraging the industry to embrace a wider range of perspectives. Like many performers in the mature entertainment industry, Ebony Eyes faced her share of challenges. The stigma associated with her profession was a constant hurdle, as it often led to misunderstandings and judgments from those outside the industry. Additionally, as an African American actress, she had to navigate the complexities of racial stereotypes and biases, both within the industry and in society at large. Despite these challenges, Ebony Eyes remained committed to her work and continued to build her career on her own terms. She was known for her professionalism and her ability to connect with her audience, qualities that earned her respect from her peers and fans alike. In 1990, Ebony Eyes retired from the mature entertainment industry, leaving behind a legacy of groundbreaking work and a reputation as one of the most iconic performers of her era. Her decision to step away from the industry was influenced by a desire to focus on her personal life and explore new opportunities. After retiring, she largely stayed out of the public eye, choosing to live a private life with her family. Ebony Eyes is married to Chad Harris, and together they have 2 children. Despite her retirement,
I think that's her. That's not even that's from Sanford & Son. This was made by white people. This is from Sanford & Son. So she left the porn industry to be on Sanford & Son? She left the porno industry to be on Sanford & Son? That's not even her. They just that's her. That's what I hate when white people do black stuff. They just be clumping in. She looks like her, so we just put a picture. That don't look nothing like her. That was an episode of. I can already tell that I didn't seen every episode of Sanford and Son from back in the 70s. That's not even her. They just lumped in some black chick because she dark skinned and got an afro. That's her. Get that, man. They don't stop.
Her influence continues to be felt in the industry. She remains a symbol of empowerment and resilience, inspiring new generations of performers to embrace their individuality and challenge societal norms. Cultural significance. Ebony Eye's career holds cultural significance beyond the mature entertainment industry. She challenged stereotypes about African American women and helped redefine the portrayal of beauty and sexuality in popular media. Her work also highlighted the need for greater representation and inclusivity in all forms of entertainment, paving the way for future generations of performers. In addition to her impact on representation, Ebony Eye's career serves as a reminder of the complexities and contradictions of the mature entertainment industry. While it can provide opportunities for self-expression and empowerment, it also raises important questions about exploitation, consent, and the societal perception of sexuality. Ebony Eyes navigated these complexities with grace and determination, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire discussion and reflection. Ebony Eye's life and career offer a fascinating glimpse into the world of mature entertainment during a transformative period in American culture. Her journey from Atlanta to becoming an icon in her field is a testament to her talent, resilience, and determination. As one of the few African American actresses to achieve mainstream success in the industry, she broke barriers and challenged stereotypes, leaving an indelible mark on popular culture. Today, Ebony Eyes is remembered not only for her contributions to the mature entertainment industry, but also for her role in advancing the representation of African American women in media. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of diversity, inclusion, and the ongoing struggle for equality in all areas of life. Ebony Eyes, however, stood out not only because of her striking physical attributes.
This is AI voice. I don't know. Whatever happened? I think I heard somewhere that she is like a born-again Christian now.
Appearing in numerous films and photo spreads. Her work was characterized by a combination of sensuality, charisma, and professionalism, which earned her a dedicated fan base. Some of her most notable films include Big Black Busty Dolls, Ebony Humpus, and Chocolate Cream Pie. These films not only showcased her talents, but also challenged the industry's...
He's saying the same shit over and over again. So I was trying to see if he was going to get into whatever happened to her. From what I heard, that y'all can probably hear. From what I heard that I'm trying to roll up weed at the same time. From what I heard, she retired in the mid-90s because a lot of those ones from the 80s, a lot of them got out the game towards the early 90s, the early to mid 90s because of the spread of AIDS. Because you gotta think back in the 70s and the 80s when they were big, like Vanessa Del Rio and all them, they got out the industry because they got scared. Because you gotta think back then they didn't use no condoms. 80s adult, I mean, you gotta say mature. 80s mature films, they didn't use no protection back, especially back then. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I don't even go as far as to say that even in the 90s they didn't really use condoms like that. So that's probably why she retired. 'Cause that's the same reason Vanessa Del Rio retired. A lot of people, like after John Holmes, a lot of people that she had been with explicitly on film was dying from the HIV, so that's why Vanessa Del Rio retired. She said a lot of the people that she worked with was passing. So when she said she went and got tested, she said that she was nervous and scared because she started thinking back at all the people she'd been with, in her career. She said she had went and had, this is from a quote from a magazine I had read about Vanessa Del Rio, who's a mature film actress, and she said that she had, I guess every other week they get tested or something like that. But she said this particular time, she said her last time getting tested, she hadn't gotten tested in a while, and she said because she hadn't been working, and she started to get back into it, and she said after she did that test, she said she figured she saw that her tests were negative, for the HIV. She said she started to get back into it. I mean, she said somebody that she worked with had just passed from the HIV, so she said that scared her. So she said she was supposed to go to shoot that particular week. She canceled it, and then she never went back. She started doing other stuff, like doing like shows and selling her autograph and shit like that, but she never went back. I think she ended up doing like some solo stuff, but she never did like on camera with a male type of mature films, because she got scared because of the HIV. Because you gotta think that was the beginning stages of when that stuff came out. So a lot of people don't know whether it was just from the LGBT community. A lot of people didn't know where it was coming from, so a lot of people got scared, and that's one of the reasons why Vanessa Del Rio got game, because she got scared. I think she retired like in '91. That was like her last film, and then Ebony Eyes retired soon after. But the reason why I did this video, because my very first adult film that I've ever watched was by Ebony Eyes. She was my very first. I never forget my friend. My friend Ruben had got a tape from his uncle. He stole a tape. This is back when they had VHS tapes. When I was in, that's how old I am. This is back when they had VHS tapes. And my friend ended up sneaking away and getting one of his uncle's tapes. And the very first scene on that tape, it was like one of them tapes that had like maybe 3 hours of adult stuff on it. They're just different clips. And one of the first clips I seen was Ebony Eyes. I never forget. It was a bunch of us came over my house. A lot of my friends, we had just got out of school. My friend said he got the tape, so he came over. It was like a bunch of teenage boys sitting up in my living room. My mom was the only reason everybody came to my house, because my mom got off work late. So there wasn't nobody at my house. So we came home from school, and we couldn't wait. We popped the tape in. It was like, I forgot, it was a bunch of kids and my mom. They wasn't even supposed to be in the house. It was me, Ruben, his little cousin, I want to say Maurice, who's doing life in prison now, and his cousin Aunt. I believe it was 5 of us there. I believe it was them 5. And we sat and we watched it. We watched probably maybe like 10 minutes of it. And then I think my friend was like, he had to go. He had to do something, and he had to go. So after I turned the TV off, and he was taking the tape out the VCR. Everybody wanted. Somebody bought the tape. He's like, man, I can't let y'all borrow this tape, man. I took this from my uncle's house, and I need to get it back to him before he knows it's gone, because he know all his movies. So he was like, damn. But we was trying to borrow that tape. And I think the name of that movie was Ebony Humpers, the one that we saw, that particular clip. But the very first scene of me seeing a mature film was her. It was her. Ever since then, I was like, I love dark skinned women. I love dark skin. Ever since then, I had a thing for dark skinned women, curvy dark skinned chicks, because of her. But from what I heard, Ebony Eyes, they said she retired in '95, from what I'm mistaken, and she moved back to Georgia, or she moved somewhere in the South, got remarried, and she became like a pastor, or I know she got real heavy into like religion. You know, it's crazy how, and it's funny. It's another actor, was it either actor or actress, that got into religion after the whole industry. I was thinking to myself, they probably did some outlandish shit for them to run to God and just turn their whole life over and be like a straight God freak. You know what I'm saying? They probably was like Ebony Eyes probably was like, because from what I heard, she's like a real like religious freak now. She's married, and and she probably like I let a dude I let 2 dudes put their dick in my ear. I need to go to church. I done did some outlandish shit. She probably was like, I done did some outlandish ass shit on camera, not just on camera. Yeah, I think this is the 70s and the 80s when she was big. So she probably did so much sinful stuff sexually. She probably was like, I need to run the church after she got out the game. But and another thing is, I heard she don't have any social media, and she don't have any excuse me, y'all. She don't have any kind of what I'm looking for, social media and TikTok and all that stuff, because she don't want nobody to know that this is her path. That's why you don't really see her too much on the internet and nothing like that doing interviews. She don't want people to know that she used to do that. Like, matter of fact, I had talked to a friend of mine about I wanted to do a documentary about all the black adult, mature film stars from back in the day and today. I wanted to do like a like them facing racial discrimination. I was going to actually do a documentary about it, and I talked to a friend about maybe doing getting the old school people like Ebony Eyes. And he was in the industry. He said, man, those people are hard to find, and if you could find them, a lot of them don't even want people to know that they used to do that kind of stuff. A lot of them have gotten older now, so you probably won't even recognize. Like, if I saw Ebony Eyes right now and she walked, unless somebody said, hey, this is Ebony Eyes, she got to be probably in her 60s now, I'm thinking, because she was maybe in her 20s and 80s. So I'm thinking she probably in her 60s now. She probably was a lot older, probably gained more weight. And if she walked right, probably got gray hair. If she walked right past me now, I probably wouldn't even recognize her. And that's probably how she wants to keep it. Because if I know, oh, that's Ebony Eyes, then everybody else say, Ebony, who's Ebony Eyes? You know, she used to be in. And then people, oh, really? You see what I'm saying? You know whether she's involved with a church, or that, or that's, you know what I'm saying? She's dealing with something where this can probably bite her in the butt. That's probably why she don't do social media. Nothing. She won't. So if you saw her and you didn't know her name, of course that's not her real name. Her real name is Phyllis Roberts. If you didn't know that was Ebony Eyes, you would just walk right past her. You would say, oh, the Phyllis Roberts, oh yeah, Miss Phyllis that works at the church. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing this. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times, them people, the women and men that be in the church, and they be really heavy in the church, they done did some real outlandish shit when they were young that scared them into going to church and being into the church, because they thinking, shit, if I die, I'm going straight to hell, because I did some real egregious stuff when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Pimps, you ever notice that? Pimps, prostitutes, usually old gangsters, they usually go to the church and they be really heavy into the church. That's when you know when they really, really heavy into it. When they were young, they must be was raised in hell. You know what I'm saying? But hey, anyway. Shout out to Ebony Eyes, aka Phyllis Roberts. I'm gonna try to think about this video, man. Who was y'all first adult? Let me see. I gotta say this on. You gotta say mature. Who was y'all first mature film or first mature actor or actress that you seen when you were young? Because usually we're like in our teenager years when we watch these kind of films, which we not supposed to be watching until we're 21 and stuff like that, or 18, I think. But I was about 16 when I saw my first mature film. Anyway, y'all, let's talk about it in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button. I'll talk to y'all later.